I'm gonna wake up Pete. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm awake. Come on. I'm awake.
What's up, people? Welcome back. It is week 5, and this week I decided to show you guys a couple of accessory movements that I do that I don't normally film, take you guys behind the scenes a little bit. And the first exercise that I have for you guys is the dumbbell side lateral for the shoulders. I think I may have mentioned sometime last year that I was quite unimpressed with my shoulder development. Even though I do a whole lot of overhead pressing, my shoulders didn't appear to be getting any bigger. So I decided to throw these in along with upright rows to develop the side delts and give me that wider shoulder look. And there are a couple of key points that I try to follow when I'm executing this movement. The first is, once the set starts, don't bring the dumbbells all the way back down to your side. You can think of it as if you're carrying something heavy, if your arms are hanging straight down, your shoulders aren't really getting tired because they're not really working. But if you move it slightly out to your side, you can feel when the muscle turns on, and it makes it a lot harder to not give it that rest position at the bottom. And the second point that I'd like to point out, no pun intended, is to keep the pinkies of your hands slightly above the thumbs. So you just want a slight rotation forward, like you're pouring tea into a teacup, and just keep it there throughout the entire movement. That will help make sure that the side delt is doing the work. And here on Sunday, it was a balmy 46 degrees in the house, which means break out the t-shirt. Oh yeah, Indian summer, people. This was great. This is actually like ideal weather in the house. Warm enough to wear a t-shirt once you get warmed up, but not too warm that you sweat all over the place. And I don't know if it was the weather, but I felt great on this day and crushed this workout, which was good because Saturday I didn't feel so good and just kind of like went through the motions and got it done, even though it was difficult. But yeah, coming back with a killer workout on Sunday, you gotta like that feeling. And the next exercise that I got for you guys is the upright row. This is also filmed on Saturday, so never mind the magical clothes changing. I need to use straps on this because I take a really wide grip. It's basically my bench press grip. And as you can see, I would just pull the bar to my sternum because I only want to pull until my upper arm is parallel with the floor, and that works the side delt quite well. And as you might imagine, when you're grabbing the bar out wide, you kind of have to rotate your hand in the same direction as we were talking about with the side laterals. And speaking of shoulder gains, this week on the OHP, moved up to a new plate, the 35-pound plates on each side of the bar for 115. And I got this no problem for a new 3 sets of 5 record. Even though I do 4 sets, that really is confusing. I should probably switch that, but whatever. But yeah, like I mentioned, Saturday was not so good, and that included the bench press part of the workout. So I was really happy on Sunday when I did my 230 for a double, and it flew up. I think I forgot on Saturday to do my pinky squeeze trick that I mentioned to you guys. And man, whoa, that's awesome. I'm psyched. And coming up in a moment here, we have the final accessory exercise that I want to show you guys, which is the overhead triceps extension, also known as the French press, I believe. I just started doing these this year and do not count them in my volume number. These got added for the same reason as the side laterals and upright rows. Basically, I looked at my triceps in the mirror, was not impressed that I only had like half the horseshoe instead of the full horseshoe. And when I did some research, it basically said the bench press only hits like half the horseshoe, and that's all I was really doing for triceps. And that if you want to get the other half, doing an overhead type of tricep movement is required. And as you can see, I try to execute these under good control and pause very slightly in that bottom position to feel that stretch, because that is basically what kills that long head of the tricep, which is what makes up that other half of the horseshoe. And so yeah, I'm liking this. It burns like crazy. As for programming for these accessory exercises, I'm basically doing the French press and the side lateral raise daily. And the upright row, I have a setup where I'm doing it 4 days a week, 2 heavy days with lower reps, and 2 lighter days with higher reps. And it's actually really easy to sneak these accessories in because there is a lot of warm-up sets, for example, that you guys do not see on camera. So I can just stick them in between sets of those, for example. Or when I have to change the cage around, say to go from like squats to a bench press type thing, I have to move things around, unload the bar, etc., etc. And moving on to Tuesday, which as you guys know has become my main bench press day, a thought occurred to me, and that is if I can maintain my 20 pounds heavier on my daily doubles, like 230 here, Then my 3 sets of 5. Today I did 210. I was thinking if I can get up to 3 sets of 5 with 240, which is my goal for the year, that would imply that I'm doing 260 for daily doubles. That would be tremendous. Yeah. And of note, the 210 for 3 sets of 5 ties my current best, but this time it was certainly easier than the previous time I had done it, which was getting kind of close to failure. And also of note, it's hump day! Oh yeah! I have to say, didn't feel quite as good as I would have liked for hump day, but we still got the goodness done, starting off with a squat 330 right up. I actually think the main issue was that it was a little bit too cold in the house for the t-shirt attire. Didn't quite get as warm as I would have liked, but whatever. Like I said, we got it done. Yeah. And checking out these grip gains, 335 on the bar, and every time you touch the floor with the bar, it jostles it in your hand, so it definitely makes it more difficult to hold on to, which is good, which is why I've been doing higher rep deadlifts pretty much 4 days a week just to keep working that grip. And switching topics, I think this next clip is hilarious because it looks like the bench is loaded with 8 million pounds, but it's actually just 230. Same as always, but since I'm doing it with a 45, 25, 10, 2 5s, and a 2.5, yeah, it looks kind of ridiculous. And here in Thursday's clips, we actually get a chance to see some of the fruits of my labor. You can see my left arm, shoulder, and tricep area. It's actually looking fairly decent, and I will take that. You gotta like to see some kind of progress, both objective and subjective, so meaning A, I can either lift more weight for more reps, or B, it actually looks better in the mirror. So yeah, people, that is pretty much going to wrap things up for this week. Hope things are good where you are, because things are going pretty well here, and I will catch you guys next time. And the week 5 volume data screen, yeah, as usual, up about 2,500 pounds from the previous week for a total of just shy of 163,000 pounds. And the 2018 goal screen, yeah, another improvement on the 3x5 OHP, up to 115 from 112.5. And it looks like next week I should be passing the 1 million pounds for the year marker, which is good because I'm still ahead of schedule, even though I lost 2 weeks in the beginning of the year, basically due to sickness. And last but not least, the diet data screen. Another good week of tracking the food, basically came in right on target, and the body weight was up 1 pound this week to 142 even. All right, peeps, catch you next time.